I started with Rule 1 investing primarily because I wasn't satisfied with the results I was getting through my 401k. I was a corporate employee and I was pushing money into a standard 401k plan. I only had mutual funds to choose from, but I never actually seemed to do as well as I thought I should do. I remember focusing a lot on how can I maximize the benefits that my company gives through 401k. The problem is that you're never provided any education anywhere in your school, high school, college. There's no real education on how to do it properly. So you depend on your own resources. And this is the first opportunity I found through Phil Town's education to actually determine how to take control of that money myself. And I think most people in the corporate world or have similar jobs that are contributing to, it's almost like a black hole. They're pushing money in, they may have a match, they may have some other benefits associated with it, but they don't really know what they own. They don't really know what the future of it holds for them, and they feel maybe at the mercy of the market and not have the control that maybe they could take with just a bit more education. I'm quite confident that there's very few people that could look at their 401k and tell you exactly what's in it. And by the way, those mutual funds that you own have hundreds of companies. How do you know that any of those companies in that mutual fund are companies that you care about, that you want to see propagated in the world, that you want to see successful? And by the way, are they even on sale? So if a market decline comes, how badly are they going to get hit? So I think nobody really understands it. And I think that's one of the first things that you get your eyes opened up to with Phil, is that you can take control of this yourself and you can manage your own mutual fund.
Here's what I learned, and this is Charlie Munger, who's a multi-billionaire partner of Warren Buffett. He said if smart guys on Wall Street didn't believe so many stupid things, we wouldn't have gotten rich. And that's the truth. It's because they just have a whole game going on Wall Street. It's all about taking your guys' money. And we're going to do something real different starting today. The first myth that I learned about investing was super important. The market always goes up in the long run, right? You guys believe that? There it is. There's the market. 125 years, obviously always goes up in the long run. George Soros was talking about this one day, and he said, yeah, people ask me why I get in and out of the market, and he said they always tell me, oh, it always goes up in the long run, George. He says, it always goes up in the long run, but in the long run, we're all dead. In other words, watch this. This is the same market exactly, but from 1900 to 1920, there was a zero rate of return in the market. Zero in your little mutual fund or ETF, right? Then it goes up for a few years. And then 1929 to 1955, your rate of return would have been zero for about 26 years. And then it goes up for a few years. And then this is when I started investing. My first investments, 1965, the market was peaked. I didn't know that, right? I don't have a crystal ball. My dad said, put some money in a mutual fund. So I put some money in a mutual. I put in $600. By the end of that period, 1983, I had $400 in the mutual fund. I thought, this is great stuff. Never invested again. All right, 15 years, market goes straight up, then sideways for 13 years. And then here we are, right here. Now, looking at this chart, you guys, you starting to understand what Soros was talking about? In the long run, we're all dead means this market can go sideways for longer than you've got.
Since I started with Rule 1, I've actually successfully beat the market consistently the last 8 years, with the exception of one. And the key is that we don't play the same game as the institutional fund managers. For 8 years, I was able to beat the market and beat the market by a wide margin. The key, again, to Rule 1 investing is basically investing in companies that you understand. And that's our edge as a little guy, is that you invest in things you understand. And that gives you an advantage that the large institutional fund managers don't have. A key difference with Rule 1 investing is that we don't play the same game as the large institutional fund managers. Large institutional funds actually control about 85% of all the money that is controlled in the market that you see on a day-to-day basis. So 85% of that money is moving up and down with the market because they control it. It's very hard to beat the market when you are the market. And two, they're taking these huge fees, some of which are hidden, like redemption fees when you want to take your money out of the market, which I think is really funny. And we just wait until companies go on sale. When companies go on sale, we're confident, very confident, that long-term we're going to beat the market, and we don't own things that don't have tremendous value. And that's how you beat the market. That's the recipe, the fundamental recipe that Phil lays out for us, that Warren Buffett laid out before him, and that we're following now, and it's successful.